What's love but a second-hand emotion? Oh, it's a bit dark. How are you doing, everybody? Welcome to this live. Give me a little chance to fix things a bit. I hope that you're doing well. Thank you so much to those who are joining. Remember, people, let me give it a little time for people to join. Remember, as you join the live, remember to press the like button because you know what? I do not go live often, but today I am. So I don't want to be here alone. Anyway, how are you doing, everybody? I hope that you are doing well. It is Thursday, and tomorrow is what we call in the Caribbean Good Friday. But I know that you would have seen the title of this live, and it is Private Healthcare System versus Free Healthcare System. First, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give the difference. I'm going to tell the difference between them because some people perhaps, is not aware of the difference between them, but there is a difference. So, for example, in the UK, we do not have to pay any at all when we need medical attention, except for, let me see, if you're going to the optician, and I'm sure that for people who are not working, they get a concession. So, except for optician and what else? Dental treatment, we do not pay when we need medical attention. So, how it works is that if we have any concerns, we have what is known as a local practitioner, what we call GP, who we just book an appointment with, and we go in and it is free of charge. So that is free healthcare system. In the Caribbean, for example, and in America as well, when you need to see the doctor, you know that you need to have your money ready. Because if you do not have your money available, then of course, you will not be seen. Nothing is free. So it's almost like a pay as you go system in the Caribbean, and I'm talking about. I hope I I am going to be cautious because for me, I know mainly about Jamaica. So I am sure that in Jamaica, when you need to see the doctor, you need to ensure that you have your money ready before you step out of the house. Otherwise, you will not be seen. And the good thing is that with that one, I know about it. You can just get up not feeling well as long as you have your money. You go to the doctor, somebody will see you. If you go to one doctor and that doctor is full, or you don't want to wait for long, all you have to do is to go and see another doctor. But I can guarantee you that once you have the money, you will be seen the same day. That is that is the private medical system, healthcare system. Okay, so if we were to say which is better, let us look at it. Let us pull. What I want to do is to pull them apart so that we can decide. And what I'm going to do is to give you an experience, give you an idea of how things work in the UK under the free healthcare system. Okay, so I've touched a bit on how it works in that it is free. However, it is not without faults. For one, with the free healthcare system, what it means is that the tax rate is a little bit more, it's a bit higher because the indirectly you are paying for your healthcare in the form of taxes. So it's like a prepaid medical healthcare system, but it is free. Free for those who, probably people who are not working, they benefit more. Perhaps people who are sickly because they will need more medical attention, so they benefit. But on the other hand, under the free healthcare system, what it means is that whether or not you need medical attention from year to year, because some people, they hardly have reason to go to the GP. Thank you for those who are joining. As you come on, just click on that like button. Today we are talking about free healthcare system versus, private medical Medicare system. And I was saying that, okay, so in the UK, whether or not you use the healthcare system, you still pay for it because you're paying for it in the form of taxes. In recent years, so it is a good system in that if you don't have money up front, you don't need to think about anything. You still book your appointment and you see it. So you never have to think about, okay, where is the money is coming from to go to the doctor for your health care, because it is there, it is free. So that is an advantage. On the other hand, if I should look at if I should talk about the disadvantages, over the years, what has happened is that the appointment times are getting longer. So, for example, in the hospitals, you could find people waiting even up to, say, 18 months before they get an operation. And it's not that the doctors don't want to operate, but it's just that you have so many people waiting to be seen that the appointment time, the waiting time keeps getting longer and longer. So that is one disadvantage of having the free healthcare system, in that people who need, for example, urgent medical attention are not necessarily seen at the same time. Why am I saying that? Except for the fact that if you need urgent medical attention, you can go directly to the doctor through what they call A&E, right? So accident and emergencies, you can go to the doctor. However, the waiting time at the hospital, even when it is waiting on under the accident and emergency system, you could be there waiting for up to 8 up to 9 hours before you are seen. So when you look at it, you could find people that even though they have arrived at the hospital, they are not seen, their condition could deteriorate, and the worst could happen while they are still waiting to see a doctor. That is one disadvantage. So remember, I said that the waiting time is really long as well. Another disadvantage is that, okay, except for when you go to accident and emergency, you will need to go through your GP. So how it works is that, okay, if you have like a concern, you book an appointment, you have a local general practitioner, similar to what you call the doctor. We call it a general practitioner. We book an appointment, and sometimes you wait like a day, 2 days to see, because you can only go in when an appointment is available. Okay, so you book the appointment. When you go in, you explain your situation to that GP, general practitioner. Based on what you have explained, they have to make the recommendation for you to go to the hospital. So you don't just automatically go to the hospital. There has to be a recommendation from your general practitioner. So what do you find again? Again, you probably could think that your situation demands, it requires to be seen more urgently than what the GP is saying. Because remember, I say that for the proper stuff to be organized in terms of you getting an appointment to go to the hospital, you need to be referred by the general practitioner. So that is another hurdle. So that is how it works under the free healthcare system in the UK. So a lot of people will say, okay, yes, there is the free healthcare system, but it is not working because I can't just go and see a doctor when I want to. There is a process. I have to wait because, obviously you can't look after yourself. And even when you see the doctor, there is a waiting time for you to for an operation to be scheduled. And how it works here, you don't just walk into a hospital. Once you are referred, then an appointment letter comes directly from the hospital for you to go in, see a consultant, and then they will take it from there. So you find that there are, assessments upon assessments, which could take a long time. So that's under the free healthcare system. And I should say that in the UK, it is actually getting worse in that the waiting time is getting longer and you find more people getting frustrated. That's it, the free healthcare system. Now let us look at the private healthcare system as it operates in other countries, because we are saying, okay, free healthcare versus, private healthcare. So let us shift our attention to the private healthcare. Under the private healthcare system, there is not necessarily a waiting time. Why is that not necessarily a waiting time? Because money is what speaks. You have private hospitals as well. So it's not that you are waiting on the public hospitals. Once you have money, things will be done and things will move much faster because you can afford to go to, private hospitals. So within the country, so for example, Jamaica, you have the public hospitals and you actually have the private hospitals. So remember I said that under the private hospital, if I get up today and I'm not feeling well, I do not need to call to make an appointment. I can go to my doctor, and it is when I get to the office of the doctor, then your name is placed on a list and your doctor will see you. Now, if you go in and you realize that too many people are sitting in this office, so it means that it's going to take a longer time for me to be seen. You have a choice, and the choice is to get up, Google another doctor's office, go in, and you are seen. I can guarantee you that you will be seen on the same day because money talks. So who does the private healthcare system benefit? The private healthcare system benefits people with money. But a person who is in need of urgent medical care and have their money, they are guaranteed to be seen much quicker. So that is how the difference comes in. Now, if I should ask, okay, free medical care system versus the private medical care system as it operates in America and a lot of the Caribbean islands where you pay to be seen, which would you prefer? I know for me, I know which one I would prefer. I 100% enjoy the fact that the healthcare system in the UK is free. What I don't enjoy is the long waiting time that people have to, endure. And my heart always go out to people who are in need of urgent medical care because when you think that your situation is urgent, you are left at the mercies of our good doctors. We have fantastic doctors in the UK. I should point out they are one of the best, they are the best in the world, in my opinion, right? But it's just that the system is stretched in that you have so many people waiting, so many people, everybody depending on the system. And because so many people are depending on the system, you find that they are not able to see everybody at the same time. And that is why you have the long waiting list. Now, where do I think that things will go in the future? Welcome to those who are on the live. Remember to click the like button as well. So where do I think that things will go in the future? I think that in the UK, more and more people will opt for private medical care system because you can take up like a private medical care insurance, right? So that they can be seen at the time when they want to be seen. So I think that because of how stretched the system is, either that there is going to be some element of private system being introduced to sort of ease the free medical healthcare system, and of course to ensure that people have a choice, because you will always have people who will prefer to go like the private route. And if you have more people going the private route, then if you look at it, the healthcare system will be freed up, you know, and ultimately you will have shorter waiting times for people. So that's where I think things will go. Now, to answer the question, which is better, free medical care or private medical care? I would say to each his own. I would prefer a system where there is a combination, so that people will have a choice. So I think that's where things will go ultimately. And mind you, I am not saying that in Jamaica, where they have like an element of public hospitals, I am not saying that there are not waiting times, but sometimes you find that, the treatment that you get in terms of customer service is not the best, and there is not 100% guaranteed that everything will go well and stuff. So yes, that is my opinion. I think that everywhere there should be an element of public and private, so that people can choose where they go. But in saying that, I love the fact that the UK has the free healthcare system, because I do not need to worry, and I'm sure that other people are thinking like myself. I do not have to worry as to where the money is coming from for me to go to the doctor, because it's already paid in the form of taxes, and that is why it is free at the moment. Okay, I hope that what I've said made sense, and thank you for those who have joined in. And if you have gotten to this point, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, remember to subscribe to the channel as well. My Destiny family, take care of yourselves, and peace.